Morning guys, so I'm back out on the trek this week. The journey's led me to a place called Cape Schanck, which is quite a famous sort of place down on the Mornington Peninsula, but I'm actually not doing Cape Schanck today. I've parked my car there and I'm about to do I'm about 10 minutes into the hour's walk over to Bushrangers Bay. So I've been to Bushrangers Bay I think 2 or 3 times in the last 12 months, but every time I go there on low tide, and there's a particular spot there at Bushrangers Bay I really want to photograph, and it's like an archway. I saw a local photographer, Jim Worrell, photographed this a couple of years ago, and every time I go it's low tide, and what it is, it's an archway that connects to the cliffside. So when the water comes in, the water flows around and through the archway. So I think on high tide it's going to look absolutely amazing. So I've woken up this morning, dropped my young boy off at school. I've got a few hours to kill, so I'm going to do this walk, get down there, spend a few hours, hopefully getting a few photographs down there, and then back to pick him up from school. So yeah, this is I took a week off sort of the YouTube channel, had a fair bit on last week, so back on it this week though. I think this place that I'm going to is going to be a place where not a lot of people will be able to get down to, because it's a fairly sort of long walk, and it's a bit up and down, and so yeah, you've got to sort of be fairly fit to get down there, and it's, as you can tell, I need a break. But look at this, look at the view behind me. So behind me, you could probably see that's actually Cape Schanck down there. So just there, that's where Pulpit Rock is. So I'm just basically walking along the cliff line all the way down to Bushrangers Bay. And honestly, this walk is out of this world. So once I get down there, what my hope is to possibly get the drone up and just show you guys how stunning it is. And especially for all those people that sort of will probably never be able to get down there and experience it. This is the reason why I'm doing this channel, is to simply show you guys some absolutely amazing places. So the weather seems spot on. I was a bit skeptical this morning. Woke up, had to scrape ice off my windscreen this morning. So for all those people that don't live in Australia, don't believe everything you read or watch, because it does get cold, especially in Melbourne. It was 3 degrees this morning, so scrape that ice off the window. But it's starting to get really nice. So I can see this sweatshirt's going to be coming off and into the shirt when I get down there. But look, I'm gonna get myself down there and enjoy this absolutely stunning place that I'm experiencing at the moment. And yeah, I'll get some photos, and I'll see you guys when I get down there. Thanks again. Honestly, I can't appreciate how much and what it means to me that you guys watch my videos. It's amazing. So thumbs up, thank you so much. And like I said, I'll see you when I get down there. So I'm not far now. I just thought, while I'm walking down, I might as well, I mean, look, I've put out 4 or 5 videos now, and for you guys that obviously watch my videos, you probably really don't know a lot about me. So I just thought I'd introduce myself. And what a better way to do it than be walking this beautiful track. So yeah, my name's James. Some people know me as Jamie, as I've put in some of my previous videos. No idea why, but I've always been known as Jamie, and I'm quite happy to be called Jamie. My photography journey is quite short compared to a lot of other people, to be honest. I got into photography about 3 years ago now. So I had an IT business. Always sort of had a bit of an IT background from my father, and had just a little business, just fixing local businesses and personal computers and stuff like that. And obviously, as we all know, COVID hit 2000 and whenever it was, 21 or 19, COVID-19, yeah, that sounds about right. And I just needed something to take the stress off general life, I think, and do something in a healthy way. So about 3 years ago, I bought my first camera. Always had Sony stuff, so in my bag I've got just swapped my Sony a7R4 for a Sony a7R5. Let me tell you, that focus stacking feature is unbelievable. That's probably a big reason why I bought that camera. So I've got a Sony a7R5. I've got a couple of lenses. My go-to lens I've got two go-to lenses for landscape stuff. So I've got my 16-35 GM lens, and I've got a Samyang 24-70 lens, which is just, I use that a lot. That's a really versatile lens. And then I've just purchased the Beast, and I seem to be using it so much recently. It's the Sony 70-200 GM2, and what a lens! What a lens! And then I've got a couple of tripods as well. Tripod I'm using today is the Manfrotto. I think it's the 190. I think it is. It's 190 Go. I think it's called. Beautiful carbon fiber tripod, very light. Yeah, it's definitely my go-to tripod. And then I've got all my filters. So I use Nissi for my filters. I've got a 3-stop, a 6-stop, 10-stop, 15, and a 20, I think. I also use the Nissi CPL filter with their version 7 filter kit. So, and obviously I can't speak highly enough of their glass. It's absolutely unbelievable. And then I've got my DJI MINI 4 drone, which I've only just recently got into that. Recently got into getting the drone up, and I just love it. It's great. It gives you such a different perspective to being on the ground and doing photography. Well, this is a bit dicey here, so I'm just looking down to make sure I don't fall flat on my face. And believe me, my partner will tell you, it's definitely a possibility. She's always laughing at me for either falling up or down the stairs. So, but anyway, so I got in photography about 3 years ago, and just to do something healthy, and now I do it full time. I'm one of the lucky ones to be able to do it full time, and it's definitely become. To be honest with you, it hasn't become. I think it's always been a passion of mine. But I've managed to make it my job, and and I can't thank my partner enough for supporting me to get where I am today, I guess. So I love you so much. Thanks, Mel. You're amazing. Without you, I don't know what I would do, and the kids. So you're amazing, and yeah, hats off to all the mothers out there, I guess. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell, really. Photography's about, and again, my partner will probably laugh at me for saying this, as she always does, but photography's not just about taking the photos for me. It's so much more. It's that whole journey, and she's going to laugh at that. But yeah, it's just the journey, the planning, you're checking the tides, the wind, and then getting down there, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's the risk. It's the risk we take as photographers, I guess. And I'm hoping that all my calculations that I've done today are going to pan out for me. So I'm going to get myself down, not too far now. I reckon maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll be on that amazing beach that they call Bushrangers Bay, and I'll show you guys why I consider it to be one of the nicest, or one of the most spectacular beaches in Victoria, if not Australia. So big call, but I'll show you when I get down there, and I guess you guys can make the decision for yourselves. So thanks again for joining me. If you're enjoying watching some of my content, please like and subscribe, and it really helps me to be able to get more content out for you guys. So I'll see you when I get down there. All right, so I found my first composition for the day. So as soon as you get onto the beach, there's these big rock formations with sort of like, some of them, I don't even know what it is. It's like almost like a yellowy moss that's grown on top of these rock formations. So I've set the camera up on f/16. I really want to get that depth of field to get all the way back to see Pulpit Rock over at Cape Schanck. So I'll show you on the camera what I'm seeing, but I've basically got these rocks in front of me, so I'm going to get a shot of the rocks looking right over the ocean. The waves are sort of coming in nicely now, and I'm going to get a shot of f/16. I'll play around with the shutter speed, I think, but this should be a nice little first shot. So I'll play around, I'll take a couple of shots, and then I'll post it up. beach, listening to some of these sounds and that ocean just coming in now. We're not far off high tide, so I'm walking from, whoa, nearly got the feet wet. So I'm walking from the side of the beach straight across the beach to, there's a huge rock formation. I'll turn the camera around so you can see it. So that big rock formation there is one of my destinations. And I'm hoping that I can get round the back of it and you can actually climb that and get to the top. So that's one of my destinations for today. And the other one's obviously that archway. So I'm going to walk around, see what it's like. I'm hoping with it being high tide that I can actually get around there. But we'll find out when I get there. So I'll see you around the corner. So I've hit a wee bit of a snagger. I'm stuck where I am. I can't get around to the rock, which is sort of up there somewhere. I can't get round to there because the tide's so high. It's a little bit too dangerous, I think, and even for me being a bit of an adventurer, I'm not going to risk that. So what I've done is I've set up my camera just down here, whoop, over there, and I've got the water coming towards the camera, but I've also got the water coming from behind me as well, so I'm in a bit of a channel here. So I've got a 6-stop ND filter on. I'm just going to try and just slow the water down a little bit. I'm going to try I'll try a couple of different shutter speeds, but I'm hoping to get maybe around a quarter of a second. If I can get around a quarter of a second, the way that the water's coming in, it's coming from both sides, so the water's hitting the rock in front of me, but it's also sort of colliding with each other. So it's creating some really nice patterns in the water for a couple of seconds. So I'm going to play around. What can I do? I'm here. But I'll play around with a few different shutter speeds. I'll post up the pictures. Let me know what you think. And hopefully that tide resides a little bit and I can get round to where I want it to go. Otherwise it's going to be another trip, I think. But look, it's beautiful to be out here anyway. This is honestly one of the nicest beaches I've ever been to. And for those that are lucky enough to get here, I'm sure you'll agree with me. But look, let me take a few shots and I'll post them up. Okay, so I managed to get round to the archway that I was saying. It is so rough here. I'm going to keep this really short. So you can see the archway in the background. I've got my camera set up just down below me, looking out at this archway. The water's coming in. It's so rough. So I'm going to get a couple of quick shots. I've got a rock pool in front of me that I'm taking a shot of as well at the same time, and I'm doing a long exposure of about a quarter of a second on this water in front of me. So I'm going to take it quickly. I'm going to get myself back around. I'm already drenched, my feet are drenched, but I thought while I'm here, let's give it a go and see. So let me get a couple of shots. I'm going to take a few more shots on top of this, where these rock pools are, and I'll post them up after this. I really hope you like them. back to the car now. I think I'm just going to celebrate that I got out of there alive. High tide is definitely a different beast down there. I'm glad I got onto the rock pools. I think I got a couple of nice shots. I actually experimented a little bit. There's a particular shot that I took that I think will turn out nice, and I'm hoping it will, so I can post it at the end of this video. But it was actually a 30-second exposure, so the water looks really nice. The sun had just come from behind the clouds and hit the water to illuminate the water a little bit. The rock pool looks nice, so fingers crossed I got a decent shot there. But I've got about half an hour to get back to the car. But look, I enjoyed it. It was great just to see those waves, and out in this environment you can't complain, can you? So yeah, great office for the day. I'll probably come back on low tide again, just so I can really get some nice shots of those rock pools. All in all, not a bad day. I'm going to get back, put the video together, and I'll post it up, and I'm really hoping you guys enjoy it. So until the next one, please, like I said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Thanks so much.